that doesn't fire you up. Wow, the defending champs went into Daikin Park, and the Astros said, you can see your way out. Take Shohei with you. Welcome inside. MLB The Closer on TBS, presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. Curtis Granderson, let's go. J-Roll, Jimmy Rollins.
Yeah.
Kramer, Pedro Martinez. My name is Lauren Shahadi. We walked in here today, and I said, what does everyone know about Peter Lambert? And Grandy was telling us a little bit about his journey. We will never forget his name now. It's the way, Pedro, he navigated around trouble with deception tonight.
Deception and excellent command of the fastball, especially early. A better changeup than probably the Dodgers gave him credit for. But what I saw from the Dodgers was that, Tom picking up the ball, and he had pretty good giddy up on the fastball. Me and Jimmy were talking inside, and Jimmy goes, that's 94, but it's difficult for them to center it. And it was a lot because of location, but also he elevated, he went in and out, and he had very good deception on top of the bump.
Why difficult for them to center it? What does that mean?
Well, when you look where he was standing on the mound and how his delivery was, most of the time it seemed like his back was toward the batter. And when you're hitting, the most important thing to do is to pick up the ball where his release point is. And if the pitcher is hiding the ball plays a lot faster than it is. It's 94, but it looked like, and I was telling Pedro, that it's playing like it's 97, 98 because they're late. Either that or they went out the night before they went to Treasures, a combination of both possibly. But when there's deception in there, you miss a lot of pitches. You're late on the fastball, and you can't pick up the breaking stuff. And the split or whatever it is, this changeup that he had going down tonight was absolutely filthy. Location was good, working in and out, and he was never, he got in trouble, but he was never behind in any situation that he feel like he couldn't get himself out of.
Well, we heard Brian Anderson on the broadcast say, how can you not be romantic about baseball? This is why we love the game. 29-year-old, I guess you could say journeyman, and Brian was kind of ginger to say that. 29 years old, went to Japan, minor league contract, and now holding the Dodgers scoreless through 7, Curtis.
And seeing opportunity that's in front of them. The Astros have gone through a lot of pitchers this year, unfortunately, because of injuries and some not performing at this point. Here's your chance to go ahead and make another name for yourself. And that's the great thing about baseball. When given the opportunity, especially on a night like tonight where you know the crowd's going to come because the Dodgers fans travel well, you can go ahead and continue to submit your name in there and say, okay, not only did I get released in spring, but I'm back. You should have kept me, and I'm going to show you that I belong on this team. And he's done it in his last couple starts, including tonight.
Sharing the mound with Shohei Ohtani. Pedro, he would like a few back, but looked pretty darn good. How does he attack? Because we were watching him attack that bottom half of the order as opposed to the top. What was the difference tonight?
Oh, well, the difference was a gentleman named Christian Walker who has a reputation and can turn on anybody's fastball.
Don't throw it to him, yep.
The other part of it was watching Ohtani attack the strike zone early today. And also, if you think about it, or if you ask me, what would I do with a 9th place hitter? I'm going to go and get ahead of him with the fastball, go get him, and guess what? He got ambushed on the fastball by the third baseman. But in reality, he was dominant. He was exactly what I expected, and I'm still really impressed. Look how deep he went into the game. The problem was that Peter Lambert did not let the Dodgers score any runs because every time he had somebody on, he turned it up a notch, made pitches, and the Dodgers could not come up with the offense that Shohei needed. Even though they scored that late run in the 8th inning, it seemed like Lambert was under control all the time.
I mean, Shohei, it's 97-mile-per-hour four-seamer and then 78-mile-per-hour. How are you? You're shaking your head. How are you covering?
He went up to 101.
You're discounting him. I mean, 94 may have been cruising speed, but when he needed to turn it up, he did. And we asked before the game, how do you attack Shohei? You have to really take advantage of the mistakes that he makes. Christian Walker's a fastball hitter. He gets one up. He turns on the shoemake.
Few, though, Jimmy.
0-1, and he got it out to left field in the Crawford boxes. That's how you have to do it, because once he gets ahead, he's in the driver's seat, and he's in control. There's really 8 different ways he can go with you. He can throw the split. He can throw the sweeper. He can throw the slider. He throws the cutter. He runs the ball up underneath your chin. There's really no game plan for Shohei other than if he makes a mistake, don't miss it. Hit it on the barrel. Hopefully it's a ching-ching, a ding-dong Johnson, because if not, you're going to find yourself most of the time on the other side. The Dodgers didn't have enough offense. Lambert silenced their bats. And this was a pitcher's duel. I can tell you, no one at this desk.
No one
at this desk called.
And why does
no
it
one
feel
at this
like
desk
October, guys?
But that's just the way I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah? Tell us more.
Oh, believe me, I like to see those guys match up against each other and kind of manhandle good teams like that. It brings back some of the memories when I was just facing Roger Clemens, Andy Pettit, and those guys, and we would go 0-0 in the seventh, and then someone would just chink, Ding Dong Johnson. Here,
what they do, Pedro, what they do?
Chink, Ding Dong Johnson.
Maybe pitchers are the best athletes on the field. Although
No.
Cam Smith would like a word. Curtis Granderson, take me through this catch. My gosh, in the outfield.
Hey, you know, if one, just give credit to the athleticism and go into the outfield. Not only is he able to show that he can range in for balls, but he can also go back. The challenge when you move to the outfield, you usually have a strength going left to right, but the fact that he's able to do that, leap in the air, I don't know how many pitchers can get off the ground like that, Lauren, and go ahead and not get hurt jumping into the fence.
Hey, we got the best athlete out there. If he wants to do it, he would do it. That would be Shohei. Shohei. I'm telling you.
I just got a death stare from Jimmy Rollins. I thought we were friends. Hey, our producer, Dan the Man, is a crazy Astros fan. He's not crazy, but he's a big He's a huge Astros fan. So we were watching the game together, and I'm looking at the American League West standings, and I'm thinking 3.5 game deficit, 4 game deficit. You're shaking your head. You can start to imagine this team.
Hey, I know everyone's looking to write them off.
But
offensively, they are solid. They're only 3.5, 4 games back. Next week, they play Seattle and Texas for 7 games.
Here we go.
You win a couple, all of a sudden we go, okay, what just happened to this team? 2024, at the same time this season, a very similar bad record. Last place in the AL West. They end up winning the West. I'm not saying it's over.
They had a bullpen. They had a bullpen. They didn't have all these injuries. They're not that. So I hear you, but I think because of that, when you go against those teams, you need the guys to come in after that starter goes out and hold them, and have been able to do that. So I hear you. I think the difference is they don't have that
hating on the Astros. Donnie's going to get mad at you.
Hey, look, I asked Dan before the game today, are the Astros going to show up? He didn't hesitate. He said, nope.
Quick.
Really quick. You heard it.
Quick.
You heard it.
Going to break.
We're going back to break.
See that?
Going back to break again.
Can win the West. Can the Phillies win the East? That's my question.
That's a good question.
As we take you to break, thank you very
6
much.
out of
I'm
7.
a journalist.
6 out of 7. I'm just saying.
6 out of 7. That's right.
Let's just start with, you've talked about wanting to get into the 7th inning. For you to just navigate through them, be very efficient. How did you find just what was working for you and how you were able to get deeper into this game today?
効率よく7回までいけたっていう要因は何でしょうかと。
捉えたのがホームランだったので、はい、それ以外は良かったですけど、逆に言えば一本がこう1点につながるような、失投だったのかなと思います。
The hits were homers, so in that sense it was efficient, but something that wasn't ideal.
What do you think led to the 2 hits that were the homers? Did you think it was location? Was it execution?
なんかその要因として打たれた理由としてはホームラン。
どっちも狙ったところと逆だったので、それに尽きるかなとは思いますけど、それでもファウルにならずにしっかりこうインゾーンに収められてはいるので、打った方ももちろん素晴らしかったですし、失投は失投でしたけど、もう少しこういいスポットに投げれば違った結果にはなったのかなと思います。
Just really mislocated through to the area, completely opposite of where I was intending to. If the execution was better, I think it wouldn't have been a homer, but they also put good swings as well.
Shohei, I know you've been very clear about wanting to do what's best for the team and whatever the team decides, but is it hard at all in a tight game like this to not be able to affect it on the offensive side?
チームのことを考えてのそのピッチングだけだと思うんですけども、今日みたいにその接戦の中でバッティングできないっていうちょっと悔しい思いっていうのはありますか？
そうですね、オフェンス、自分も含めてあまり調子は良くないので、なんていうんですか、ピッチングに集中した方がいい結果がチームにとって今は出るんじゃないかなという判断だと思いますし、自分の状態が良ければね、打ってほしいっていう状況になるんじゃないかなと思うので、そこは自分の状態をしっかり、上げていくっていうのがまず初めにやるべきことかなと思ってます。
I think it's offense, including myself, hasn't done a great job scoring runs. And if there was a situation where, if I was hitting well, I'm sure the team would want me to pitch and hit as well. But I understand in a situation where, hey, just focus on pitching, turn the page on the hitting. I understand that the team is, might think like that.
What do you think has been missing for you offensively? And do you think the return to full-time pitching might have played a role? Maybe the slump being a little bit longer than usual for you?
一応スランプは続いてるっていうのは、そのピッチングに戻ったっていうのがもう一つの要因なんでしょうかねと。
そうですかね。あんまりそうだとは思ってはないですし、時期的に落ちる時期ではもちろんあるので、いいところと悪いところを探りながら入ってる、期間っていうのはあんまりよくはないものですけど、それでもあんまりここまでヒットが出ないっていうことはないとは思うので、フォアボール取りながらもしっかり、インプレーになった時にいい結果が生まれるためにはしっかりとした構えからしっかりとしたスイングが必要かなと思ってます。
Yeah, I think I don't think so personally that the pitching has been affecting my hitting. But at the same time, it has been a little bit longer than my expectation in terms of the hitting side of things. So, I've been getting on base, which is a good thing. I just want to make sure that the quality of balls in play are better. And, it's not ideal that I'm trying to find that in the game. But, I just have to continue to do what I'm supposed to do.
Maggie, let's just start with Peter Lambert. What were you seeing from him tonight? Was this just one of those nights where you kind of had to tip your cap and he had a really strong outing, or did you find that it was something that the offense was missing?
Yeah, I feel like myself, I have a lot of opportunities with running on base right there, and I couldn't get the job done tonight. Put a good swing on the ball in the first at bat, and then second at bat, I was kind of like a little in between, and definitely couldn't get the job done. But yeah, the guy was attacking the zone, and he was throwing strikes. We couldn't really put anything together when we had opportunities around the bases. Yeah, I couldn't just get it done.
You talked about how this offense has had its highs, had a few lows. I mean, what is the feeling when you guys have a game like this tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we could have done a better job offensively tonight, like putting better swings on the ball early. He was attacking the zone, he was throwing strikes, so we couldn't capitalize on that. I just feel like day like today, we just have to flush it out and come back tomorrow and try to win the series.
Just look at the last couple of weeks. It seems like the situational opportunities has kind of been an area that's popped up where you guys have struggled a little bit. Like, what do you kind of put your finger on with that, and how surprising has that been for you guys?
Yeah,
how you kind of define yourself as an offense.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of locked in a little bit more on the approach instead of like trying to solve your own swing. Sometimes we go through moments where you struggle and you're trying to get yourself out of it and kind of forget a little bit about like what are you trying to do in this situation. So sometimes a hit is not the answer. It's a good at bat that you have to have, and sometimes we all go through those moments. And tonight was for me that I got opportunities, and I mean, I haven't been swinging the bat well the last week or so, and I was just trying to get a hit. And sometimes just keeping the line moving is better. But I feel like when you press and when you're trying to do too much in that situation, the results are not going to be with you. So looking forward to have another opportunity tomorrow. And obviously it's good that this thing is happening in May and not later in the season. We have time to recover and continue to work hard to get better.
We're competing, grinding, stepping up, knew exactly what we needed, and we couldn't have for a better performance. That was pure grit right there. I don't really care. I really don't care. It was exactly what we needed. Swing and miss, but he was ahead in the count. He was inducing contact early. We played some really good defense behind him. That's just what we needed. We needed him to get deep in the game, and couldn't get better than that. Yeah, that was a good fastball in, and Walker just got the barrel out and kept that ball fair. We needed a little spark, a little slap like that to Ohtani early just to get us going, just to get one run across the board, score first. And then And then Shoemaker, a little Oklahoma, getting an opportunity to play, stepping up, picking up Carlos, picking our team up. Yeah, he suffered a little left ankle injury in the cage prior to the game. He was just getting his swings in and suffer, while he was taking a swing. He's going to see a foot specialist tomorrow morning. So I'll have more information for you guys tomorrow.
Con la condición actual o ya abierta de Carlos Correa, ¿hay alguna razón o especulación que pueda surgir sobre la necesidad de acelerar en la rehabilitación de Jeremy Peña?
No.
So also, Kane coming in and getting some big 6 outs there. So those probably feel like 6 of the biggest outs.
Yeah. We went into that game mapped out that way, just him and De Los Santos kind of giving us between 4 and 6 outs, between the two, just trying to get us through there. And Jason was going to provide the length if we needed it. And Brian he got all 6 outs by himself, and he was efficient in that first inning of work.